Okay, the biggest one is what he told me is profound. I mean, after 3 hours of talk, what he told me was, James, remember one thing: a diet is what you suffer alone. A food is what you enjoy with family. Okay, the very low calorie diet which he's prescribing is a diet. What you are giving is a food. A food is something which people will continue to take it forever because they're sharing with the whole family. Okay, a diet is what you go and eat alone. Okay, and it is very difficult from an Indian family point of view also to have a different food than rest of the family eating. Okay, it's like what you have done is you have given a food. Okay, and now I'll explain the rationale behind it. Okay, so I had the first case of diabetes reversal with a doctor in Trivandrum. Okay, and this patient of him used to go to Nagarkoil every day for his business. And when the Amma canteen, and Kunal, you might not know it, in Tamil Nadu, Srimati Jayalalitha actually introduced Amma canteen where the idli is only 1 rupee. This is for the poor people; they should be able to get idli. And then, so the Amma canteen started in Nagarkoil, and there, this person was going there every day, and then he is very fond of idli. When idli became 1 rupee, he changed from 3 idli to 9 idlis. So he started taking more idlis because it was cheap, and that shot up his sugar levels. And he was taking 56 units of insulin. And he was on the study, triggered from a news article about my discovery. This doctor actually started putting them on 18 people on rice meal for lunch and 18 people on the traditional jackfruit meal for lunch. And this person who used to go to Nagarkoil was on the jackfruit arm. And he found the benefit. And he continued with the jackfruit meal even after the study. And then 6 months later, I was with this doctor to review the case, and he showed me this case, and he said, okay, look, he used to take 56 units of insulin. Last 6 months, he has not taken any medication, and his HbA1c was below 6.5. And I had read that if your HbA1c is below 6.5 for 6 months without medication, technically you're not diabetic. So I asked the doctor, does that mean he reversed diabetes? Is it supposed to be a progressive disease? He said, James, as per the definition, he has reversed diabetes. That's the first time it is occurred to me that, okay, it's possible to reverse type 2 diabetes. Right. Then I looked for a global parallel. Is there anywhere in the world which is reported that, okay, type 2 diabetes can be reversed? And that is when I came across the twin cycle hypothesis of Professor Roy Taylor from Newcastle University, and it was a Banting Memorial lecture. He explained how the pancreatic fat, if it comes down, the beta cells will wake up and start producing more insulin. Okay, then I wrote to him, okay, I have come across a case of reversal of type 2 diabetes. Can we meet? Can I come over and meet you? Then he wrote back to me saying that, okay, look, I'm actually coming to Kerala. And he was speaking at the 2017 Endocrine Society's annual conference, and it was in Kovalam. So I then registered and then went there, and I was sitting in the front row, and he came and sat next to me. And he was the next speaker. So our conversation started right from the hall itself. And then he walked everyone through the twin cycle hypothesis. And I'll explain, and this is why we have to be curious about science. Okay, what he has explained to me and to everyone in the conference was, it is the pancreatic fat which is the problem for type 2 diabetes. As the pancreatic fat goes up, the beta cells get suppressed and the insulin production goes down, right? That is what happens in the pancreas. And then he told me, James, but it's very difficult to measure the pancreatic fat. But in his study, whenever he is using a very low calorie diet to reduce pancreatic fat, the first thing which you see is the liver fat is coming down. Okay, when the liver fat comes down by 30%, the pancreatic fat comes down by very little. Okay, but that little reduction in pancreatic fat is enough for the beta cells to wake up. But he gave me a great insight, James. Keep an eye on the liver fat. It's easy to measure. If the liver fat is coming down, then you're reversing diabetes. Okay? That is when my focus shifted from diabetes to fatty liver. Okay, so he told me if you can reduce fatty liver, you prevent diabetes and you reverse diabetes. So focus on, because the biggest organ in our body, this is where the fat gets deposited first. Okay, so if you can reduce fatty liver, you're preventing diabetes. Okay, and that is what I learned from Professor Roy Taylor. He said, you don't have to go very low calorie. Very low calorie means you will reverse it faster. But it's a suffering. Very low calorie is a starvation diet. But low calorie, jackfruit is a low calorie diet. Traditional jackfruit meal of Kerala with the fish curry is what the priest took was a 1,000 calorie meal option. But it's a tasty food compared to the liquid diet. Okay, so that is when he made the profound statement. Okay, look, what you're giving is a food, what I'm giving is a diet, and diet is what you suffer alone. So I need to take a short time to get people off diabetes, and so I can release them into normal food. Okay, but in your case, it's a food, so they can take it forever. And I have people taking it for 5 years, no problem.
Right. So, very interesting to say the least. I think we are short on time. So, last question from our side is what next? What next for Jackfruit 6365?
So the scientific journey will continue. Okay, so I will always look for like-minded research professionals who are keen to explore the science. And I have a lot of great doctors and nutritionists who are using this product on their patients and observing, in fact, as I mentioned in my TED talk, Dr. Abhichantani is the reason why we did the liver study. Okay, so Dr. Abhichantani from Ahmedabad, he has more than 300 patients who have using it. Once the Nature study got published for the type 2 diabetes, he started recommending the jackfruit flour for all his patients. But then he also started observing this is fundamental metabolic correction. Okay, the fatty liver is coming down. Grade 1, grade 3 to grade 2, or grade 2 to grade 1, or grade 1 to nil in just 3 months. So this reversal is consistent, and then triglycerides coming down, cholesterol coming down, overall, obesity coming down. So it's a fundamental metabolic correction. Okay, and that is what led to the fatty liver study in JSS Medical College, Mysore, with Dr. Divya Kumar. Okay, and we have got the mechanism of action now. But similarly, we have, many cases of PCOS reversal. Okay, so we are always, and then prevention of weight gain, and there is another significant anomaly where we have fatty liver reversal with weight reduction and without weight reduction. Why? We don't know. Okay, we have seen, a lady doctor losing 12 kilograms in 3 months and reversing fatty liver. I have another case of an IAS officer who was reversed grade 2 to nil in 6 months with no weight loss or waist circumference reduction. Okay, and these are all, scientific anomaly which we have to go and investigate. And as we find more and more good researchers interested in this, we will go ahead and invest in this. So these anecdotes, and why am I getting this many anecdotes? Because we have more than 7 lakh people who have used this product. That is the reason why we have 13,000 reviews on Amazon. Okay, we have more than 7 lakh people. In 1 in 4 pin codes in India, we have a customer. Okay, that is how broad this is being used across India. So that data coming back to us, we look for repeat trends. That okay, look, this is recurring. Okay, so diabetes, we know that. Fatty liver, we know there are many cases. We know that weight loss, many cases. Hypertension going down. Okay, within short notice. Within short period of consumption, hypertension going down. So it is doing a fundamental correction to what we are doing. Okay, and this is not rocket science. Okay, if you look at WHO statement on non-communicable diseases, there's a 5-pronged strategy, and 2 of them is reduce calorie density in our food. Number 1. Okay. Number 2, increase the vegetable and fruit consumption. We are doing number 1 and number 2. When you add this to your roti, we are reducing a calorie density in your roti, okay, which is a staple. And when you add the jackfruit flour into your roti, you're actually increasing your vegetable and fruit consumption. Correct? If that is WHO's response to prevent non-communicable diseases, to reduce your calorie density and increase your vegetable consumption, do you need any other proof to consume jackfruit flour in your roti or dose? Because this is WHO's recommendation to control non-communicable diseases. Reduce your calorie density, increase your vegetable food consumption. That is exactly what you're doing when you add the jackfruit flour into your roti. The results are because of what WHO's recommendation tells you to do. But we also have to convert that into clinical trials so that the doctors and the nutritionists can use an evidence-based approach to communicate to their patients. So our studies are only a confirmation of the trends we are seeing with patients or customers. I wouldn't call them patients.
Yeah, so I think we got wonderful insights, and we love to incorporate jackfruit flour and use it and see on our clients as